Computer science and my brain are like the two opposite ends of a magnet that repel against each other.
Nice.
That, any kind of science, any kind of mathematics. Not for me.
Nice. But was it required
Is
for
that
your
nice?
major?
Is it nice that I don't
fuck
grasp
it,
computer
dude.
science?
Fuck it, dude. Why do you
Don't
know?
be
At
proud of
some
my-
point, computers will take over, and at that point, you will not have the upper hand anymore.
So isn't
that's
that
okay?
Isn't it not nice that I don't know about him?
Well, maybe you could live off the grid. Maybe you could be one of the ones that are, one of the rebels. And I hope that, knowing you, you are going to be one of the rebels. I, for sure, am going to have the chip installed. You know why? Because all I care about is pussy. So as long as if the chip's installed and I can live amongst with all the pussy, I'm going to live there. But you, on the other hand, I know that you would say no to the chip.
Yeah.
You'd be making your videos in some log cabin. I'd visit you for sure, help you out. But I'd come back to the city where the girls with the chips are, and you would be like, I'm chipless.
You know who you are?
You know?
You're the guy in the Matrix who's bald and wants to be inserted back into the Matrix
Exactly.
as a movie star.
I just want a steak, dude. I just want to eat a fucking steak again. Oh, wait. He did. Well, no, that's exactly. I'd want to come back as a movie
Exactly.
star.
The guy in the first Matrix. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, man, as long as there's pussy, you guys can follow me, see
Yeah.
my bank account. I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
You could
dude.
kill me in 5 years.
Yeah, some asshole. Dude, I've been seeing, I read a comment on occasion. I don't read all the comments. They keep, these kids always call me blue pillar. You can suck my fucking dick. How about that? How about you blue pill? How about I take a blue pill and then you suck my fucking cock?
You know
How
what?
about that?
They take a blue pill.
Well,
and
the Viagra is a blue pill, but it's an old, have you ever fucked with the Viagra?
I thought you were talking about fish oil.
No. Are there blue fish oil pills? Usually mine's clear.
It might make your cum taste better. A blue pillar. You know what that might come down to? And somebody requested I ask you about this on the
Sure.
live stream. Your association with the Bozo Brigade.
Oh, God. Maybe I just like guys that are positive all the time. All right, Rumon's positive all the time. Andrew Judge is positive all the time. Who else is a part of the Bozo Brigade?
Emily knows everything?
Emily knows everything is definitely positive all the time. She tells me I'm handsome all the time. She says that all her girlfriends think I'm handsome. She tells
She's
me
always
that
on
my
lithium.
girlfriend is really handsome or beautiful. She is, she's on some kind of drug for sure, 100% of the time. But even her boyfriend, Stencil the Cock, dude. Even Stencil the Cock is positive all the time.
Are you on Adderall right now? You're pretty chatty.
No, I'm not, man. But you know what? Honestly, why can't we have a conversation off of the fucking mics? Dude?
We were talking today.
Barely, dude. You don't even make eye contact with me anymore.
What are you
You
talking
know
about?
you don't.
We just talked the entire time in the
like
room
it. I
before the
don't like
podcast
it.
started.
I don't like it.
Okay.
It's okay though. You're all business now. He's changing, guys. He's fucking changing.
Okay. Hey, you seem to be, because that's obviously not true, you seem to be trying to divert the whole Bozo Brigade accusation.
Why?
Listen to me.
Do I call your roommates the Bozo Brigade? I like them all.
No, not another monologue. We don't need another monologue. My roommates don't make content.
Let me tell you, Andrew Judge got a fucking ad on TikTok, and he's pumped.
Well, I bet he got
made
$50.
$500. He made $500.
Ask me how much I made last month.
Oh, no. Stop talking about your money. Look, I'm going to tell you some old Italian adage. All right, you watched fucking American Gangster. All right, Denzel Washington.
I watched it this weekend for the first time.
Would Denzel Washington in that movie? Would he talk about what he makes? No, I want you to keep it a secret from
Listen
now on.
to me.
I don't want anyone to know what you make.
He wore a chinchilla fur coat to a boxing match.
Well, that's exactly what me and you would do. Which was a mistake.
Not exactly not talking about your money.
Did it not prove that it was a huge mistake?
It did.
Afterward, it was one of the biggest mistakes he ever made. And you know what's funny? My dad was at that fight, and he saw him wearing the chinchilla coat.
I looked that guy up, actually.
Yeah.
Frank, whatever his name is.
Yeah, fucking amazing dude.
It was a complete fabrication. He was almost illiterate.
Really?
He was a total street urchin. He did make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with Denzel Washington being well-spoken, well-educated, handsome, and sharp, myth.
Woke up in the morning at 6 a.m.
5 a.m.
Yeah, 5 a.m., yeah.
Not true.
Really?
Seriously, the Bozo Brigade. You got to cut them loose, Leo.
Oh, I have limited interaction with them as it is. They're just my buddies. Andrew Judge is a great editor. Every now and then I hit him up for some editing.
Is he a great editor?
I think he's
Is that why
an
he's
above average editor.
Is that why he's getting psyched on $500 TikTok ads and he's not making it in Hollywood, chopping up the next superhero movie?
He's young. He's very young. He's only like 25. The kid has time to grow and become who he's going to become. Not everybody is as well read as you and has a sophisticated humor. All right, Rumon also he's an athlete. He likes to work out. We work out a lot. We bond over that. He also likes pussy. We talk about pussy. He tries to chase some pussy. And things of that nature. I don't hang out with him all. He's back home. He's a sweet kid. He's a kind individual. I like kindness. I like people that are sweet, that make me feel like I'm a better person myself. Because at the end of the day, I'm not the kindest, and I'm not the sweetest.
So how are you going to shed your reputation of being a blue pillar?
Okay, first of all, blue pillar is what? Like, life is what it is. Like, what? What is the exact definition of blue pill? And then, because I think I know that life is finite. I think I know that the government is doing shit that I don't know about. I think I just simplify things to fucking get jacked and get some pussy, and it'll bring you some happiness. And Danny is only going to help me and aid me in that direction. My girlfriend, she is a supporter of what I do. I think she likes that I'm creative. I think that it's probably one of the things that was intriguing about me. I think without, doing what I do and being creative and stuff, I don't think that I would be in any way, shape, or form as happy as I'm not very happy, but at least I'd be a lot more depressed for sure.
Did you slip this guy an Adderall?
No, I didn't, man. I've always been like this.
I feel like I could walk out of the room and come back and the monologue will still be going. I don't even know where we started anymore.
Let me tell you something, dude. The Italians, we heat up. When the fucking gets hot, dude, I fucking get hot myself, dude.
Okay, so we're talking about getting hot, your girlfriend, your creative output. I was talking about the Bozo Brigade and your association with the crew that people clearly don't respect. It's okay. We'll move on from the Bozo Brigade.
No, it's okay. But what do you want? What do you want me to do about it? You want me to not be friends with Emily Knows Everything, Ruman, and Andrew Judge?
You know what, Leo? At the top right corner of everybody's Instagram profile, there are three little dots. Mm-hmm. You click those, you scroll down to BLOCK, and you apply that function.
You want me to block those three people?
I unfollowed Emily.
Well, let me tell you something. Andrew Judge got you, technically, because of him. We got a flight to New York paid for you, and a video done in New York because of Andrew Judge.
Who paid for that flight? My flight to New York.
Well, at the end, I got reimbursed through Andrew Judge's connection, which is his uncle who worked at the venue that paid me $700, and I used that to pay you. So by way of Andrew Judge, you got that flight to New York, and you had a great time in New York.
There were too many middlemen for me to give Andrew Judge credit for that. That was a sweet venue in New York.
Yeah.
The venue where I did the comedy show, Leo did the comedy show, the Sunfish Ruman, unfortunately, did the comedy show. They fed me probably $700 in free drinks.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they gave you anybody who was around you got drinks too for free. It was fucking awesome.
I'm like a sultan.
They treated you like a fucking rock star. When you went upstairs and that you were asking everybody to show cocks, the guy just closed the door, kept his mouth shut.
That's like
didn't
I told him.
say anything. He said, hey, let me know if anything you need. You let me know. Hey, things go down in New York. It's different over there.
And I rewarded him by throwing an apple at one of the neighboring building's windows after the show. We caused so much havoc in the street after.
The guy hit me up and said, we're welcome back anytime.
There, you heard it. Yeah. That's what happens when you're good. When you pack the seats and when you make the kiddies laugh till they can't breathe no more. Club promoters
I think whenever we travel, we could do like a live podcast at some venue like that. That'd be cool. We were already invited to do a live podcast at the Haha. They said we could do it.
Is Emily Judge TV going to be there? Emily Judge TV.
Emily Judge TV. Hey, listen, at some point, I know that you were really attracted to Emily. Emily Knows Everything.
Here's what we're going to do. Austin, can you get on Instagram and can you pull up Andrew Judge TV's, Emily Knows Everything's, and Ruman's most recent videos on social?
Why would you do this? Leave them alone.
We're going to keep talking, but let's watch them together because we're talking a lot about these characters. I figure about 50% of the podcast audience knows them. If they don't, they need a refresh. Well, if they don't, they need to be acquainted. And if they do, they need a refresher.
You are such an asshole.
You know what observation I made this weekend?
What?
I was in Santa Barbara, and I realized surfing has got to be the worst pastime there is.
Well, why? Because I can tell you why I think it's interesting. I've never done it. I've boogie boarded. We did a video about it, but why? Why do you think it's so bad?
I drove by the tip of Ventura, a very popular spot. One of the most famous there is. There was a line... like the line coming out of Splash Mountain at Disneyland on Memorial Day weekend just to catch a wave.
Really? What time was it?
Noon, 2?
Oh, okay. Well, see, the early birds probably would get the worm and be fine.
This proves my point that all surfers are numbskull retards.
Look, I mean, they're known to be potheads and not, like, the smartest.
So there was 20, 30, 40 people to get one wave. Then I went closer to Santa Barbara, right by Isla Vista, the college town for UCSB. There was no waiting. Everybody just caught a wave at random. It was anarchy. So many times, Leo, I saw a guy coming down the face of a wave while another dude was just dog paddling around like, ooh, I'm going to get out to the set, catch my wave. It's almost my turn. Inches away from getting a battering ram with a sharpened point driven into the space between his eyeballs.
Jesus.
So many people almost died in front of me. It's boring or it's going to take your life.
It's dangerous, and I totally understand where you're coming from with that. But let me ask you a question. How often is your brain completely clear? You know, like when you ejaculate and you're just not thinking of anything?
Yeah.
And when you play like sports, when you were probably rolling and stuff like that on a mat, if that's what the boys call it, rolling.
Or at Coachella, I was rolling. Ha 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 ha.
Dude, if I ever saw you at Coachella, dude, I would be very disappointed.
I was never at Coachella. Never went.
I never went either, man. I wouldn't go. I don't think I'd go. We should go to fuck with people, though.
See, you're saying that
your heads.
I get it. I understand.
Yeah, we all need to find that moment where our brain is blank and we're not thinking about anything.
Well, Leo, you just offered a couple alternatives. Rolling jiu-jitsu, jacking off, meditating. You don't need to get a wetsuit on.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you. What about that? Do you like nature? Your parents own that. It's not a condo. They own that log cabin up that we filmed the video in. You don't like nature at all. You don't think it centers you a little bit.
I hate nature.
Jesus.
It sucks. It's dangerous. You can't access water, food, survival materials. There are bears. There are spiders. There are snakes. If I could, I would make all of nature just look like Death Valley.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm an arachnophobic.
Me too. I don't like it.
And I'm not going to lie, because they can kill you. It's a rational fear. If you just are afraid of random things, then it's irrational. But like a spider can kill you. But let me ask you a question. Have you always been equally afraid of spiders, or has it grown?
I'm really not that afraid of spiders.
So could you swat, like, you know those summer spiders that you see in LA, those big brown ones? Could you just swat at one of those, like, you know, one of their webs?
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I've seen people do that. My dad, he can just swat them down like a fucking beast.
I got to keep referring back to my evolutionary psychology book. Every human has a built-in fear of a few things. Arachnids are one, snakes are another, heights are another. This is really interesting. When you stand at the bottom, say, of a bell tower, the bell tower at UC Santa Barbara, you stand at the bottom of it and look up, and then you go to the top and you look down. From the top looking down, you'll estimate the footage at 30% higher.
Really?
Because humans have a built-in bias when they're on top of something to be afraid of it and think it's higher.
So when I used to work that stunt show, there was a 50-foot jump that these guys would do, like lit on fire. And it would look pretty amazing from the crowd. But let me tell you, everybody had to, at the tryouts, you had to go up and jump off, right? And when you go up there, the wind is moving the structure. You look down and it looks like it's a mile long. It's so scary, man. And I was really scared. And also, people have landed just like belly flopped and like broken their ribs from 50 feet, which is, again, what I told you, that the jump that you do is pretty significant. But yeah, man, I jumped it and you just.
I wish I could have drained the pool before you hit the ground. Before you hit the water. Continue.
You wanted me to die?
I wish I could have.
You would have liked it if I died during the Water World trials.
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 years before I met you.
If I was an at-home aquatics engineer and I was really good with pool stuff, I wish I could just turn on the vacuum full blast and suck that thing dry.
So if you could just go back in time, you would have gone back to the Water World tryout.
Yeah.
You'd have drained the water right as I was jumping.
Yeah.
And then I would have it would have been an extra 45 feet. So I would have fallen close to 100 feet, 10 stories.
I would prefer if it was over 100 because that's the fatality range, but...
No. You're dying at 100 feet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm just trying to be scientific.
Yeah. So you would have gone back in time and done that, and then I would have never met you at the fucking Hambone group filming. We would have never done the UCLA video, and you would have never done any other video with me, and you'd be happier right now.
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot.
Well,
your attitude towards me recently, I can totally see why you've been acting the way that you've been acting.
Okay.
You want me to be dead? You prefer that I was dead.
Well,
I have no idea why.
You'd be very replaceable with one of the men that Austin's about to pull up on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Which one would you, if you had to replace me with one of these men, who would you Well, one of the three, because it could be Emily knows everything as a man. So which of the choices between Ruman, Andrew Judge, and Emily knows everything would you actually choose? Who would you choose?
Ruman would get me diversity points because he's Muslim. Emily knows everything would as well.
I feel like there'd be a little sexual tension between you guys.
She's
you might
batshit crazy. Yeah,
you might hook up.
I would get probably sued for sexual harassment.
No,
right
she
away.
would never. Dude, I think she was like definitely got taken advantage of. I think she told me a guy slipped. I don't know if I should. Yeah, I could. Somebody slipped a pill in her drink and she woke up and he was kicking her out of his bed.
When did this happen? What?
Probably like 5 years ago.
She probably just uses that to blame on her failure. She blames her failure on getting a roofie.
You're such an asshole. You're a deplorable sometimes.
When we talked to her on the phone and she was telling me why her comedy career wasn't taking off, she was talking about her depression and her anxiety. I feel like depression and anxiety is everybody has that who's not succeeding in life. It's just the ultimate trump card. Like, oh, you can't get mad at me or judge me. I'm depressed and anxious.
I thought she was pretty honest, and I honestly think that you two have some chemistry. I'm not going to lie.
Well, we do have some chemistry in the most fundamental scientific type because that was me who dropped that pill in her drink.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. First of all, we're doing this podcast. It's an odd one. You told me that you prefer that I had fallen all the way to the floor of the fucking huge, gigantic.
I was trying to get something
pool
going
at Waterworld. No. You meant that, and then you followed it up with admitting that you were the man that 5 years ago took home Emily knows everything from a bar and slipped a pill in her drink. And took advantage of her.
That wasn't the only thing that got slipped in a thing that night either.
Did you come inside her?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you sick fuck.
Austin, are you having any luck over there?
Your Wi-Fi's down. Oh, there we go. I got all three pulled up.
Oh, sweet. Let's watch Andrew Judge. Let's see what
his most recent video. All right, let's do it.
Let's see what old AJTV.
What if you laugh at one of these? If you laugh at one of these, you have to get up and you have to whirl your penis towards the camera.
Okay, there we go.
I'll watch it super honestly, and I'll laugh or react however I want to react to it.
I'm going to flip the screen over for you.
Nice. So this is Andrew Judge. His most recent post?
No, most recent video. Let's see him wearing the pair of Speedo goggles.
I don't know how you're going to feel about this one.
Well, quit talking.
I'm going to scroll down a little bit more.
Can we get audio on it too, Austin?
Oh, you're not getting audio?
I didn't hear anything so far. I don't know if there was audio so far. We're not hearing shit.
I think there's audio.
Leo's reaction to this.
What? It's whatever, dude. You know what? Not everything has to be something that's funny to you, all right? Maybe he's trying to go for that influencer, trying to reach the masses, all right? And there's people that are very rich for making way less funny videos than that.
Let's see. Let's see what the benchmark level of funny is here.
Damn it, Austin! We almost died.
Austin's producer skills are getting squirrely.
Hey, in my defense, I didn't know we were going to be doing this until you thought of it. Okay, here we go.
Still hell loud, dude. We could have a dance party based on the output from these speakers. Headphones.
All right, so we got Andrew Judge, and then you're going to do Ruman and Emily Knows Everything?
I suppose, yeah.
All right. Ah, fuck. Your Wi-Fi is just...
Yeah, I think your Wi-Fi is actually the issue with the camera switcher thing.
Should we scrap it, or should we watch it on our phones, and then you could put it up as a clip? What do we do?
Let's try once more here. I mean, it seemed to be working just fine. It just the volume was too loud.
The internet just died again.
Oh.
So I can't even get the video to play.
I can't deal with this adversity anymore.
No more. You can't deal with the adversity? Excuse me? Haven't you been reading enough Jocko, enough of that fucking David Goggins? Mm-hmm. I saw a guy that kind of resembled David Goggins today, and I said, and I yelled at him. I was like, fucking David Goggins. I thought, I just did that by myself to make myself laugh, and I kind of felt weird about it afterward.
Okay. Why? Because you accused a guy of being a black dude, and they were both black, so you feel like
well,
he
was
racist?
A bald, lighter-skinned black man, and I just yelled at him and said, "What's up, Goggins?" And I just felt weird.